at Savannah News TV. Tune in and watch Savannah News TV. We are live. Savannah News TV. We create awareness about happenings in Africa. Savannah News TV. We are distinct, we are focused, we deliver top-notch news in Savannah News TV. Equitable reporting without fear or favor. Savannah News TV. Things are positive change to us and our environment is our aim. Savannah News TV. Tune in and watch Savannah News TV. We are live. Savannah News TV. Our CEO Prince Radekonle Oluchimi Japo. Savannah News TV. Gbemi Leke, I'm a living witness. Keep watching Savannah. Savannah News TV. Like and subscribe to our page on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter at Savannah News TV.
Yes, good morning from here, my viewers across the world. Today is Saturday, the 21st of May 2022, and as usual, we are bringing to your doorsteps happenings around the world, especially the one that is happening in Nigeria. And I'm sure you are aware that the breaking news this morning is the new electoral law. The new electoral law, and we'll be looking at that very, very critically this morning. Some people have been waiting. The local government ESCO, state ESCO have been waiting for money, but it seems that there is a block end, because now the new electoral act stipulates that only 3 delegates per ward. Those the ad hoc delegates that were elected for that purpose are the only one that can vote in this national convention to elect their candidates. So you the ward chairman, youth leader, ESCO, or whatever you call yourself, there is no any headway again. Only those 3 that were appointed, 3 per wards. And on this note, we are going to bring in a political analyst, a barrister at law, a human rights activist. We come here to throw more light on this new electoral act. Well, I think it has reduced the expense of the aspirants. Also, even most aspirants won't able to vote during these primaries. I'm going to bring in on board immediately after this news review. We bring in our guest this morning to throw more light on this issue. Without wasting your time, we're going to go into the proper thing of the day by giving you the news. And first of all, here we go now straight into today's Punch newspaper. Today's Punch newspaper. Headline: Electoral Act, Buhari, Osibajo, governors, others may not vote at APC primaries. MC Oluomo hijacked Lagos State National Union of Road Transport Workers from me. Snatched my second wife. That is coming from Adesina, Lagos caretaker chairman. Let us see that news. Let us see the news closely. Fatai Adesina, aka Akeweje, the newly appointed caretaker committee chairman of National Union of Road Transport Workers in Lagos State. Fatai Adesina, aka Akeweje, tells Kayode Oyero is gross with his predecessor and now chairman of the Parks Management Committee in Lagos, Musliu Akinsanya, popularly known as MC Oluomo, and the lingering crisis in the state branch of the union. I am from Osun State and a core member of NURTW. I'm about 62 years old. When I started as a commercial driver in Lagos, MC Oluomo was a motor boy. I started in Lagos in the early as 1979. I was a motorway driver with one man called Baba Ise Oluwa. I applied the Agege to Idumota Road. I have many of MC Oluomo's photos as a lad. I have known him for close to 40 years. There was a man called Alhaji Bashiru Daniel. He was the one who helped MC Oluomo. The man took notice of him because of his hustling spirit, despite having some physical challenges. The man brought him into his house and trained him to become a transport unionist. He was a letter delivery person of the man. Anyway, with I'm sure you go to the Punch of today, you will see the whole full story of how MC Oluomo started in the Punch news paper. Breaking again. Tension over alleged blasphemy in Bauchi. Pastor injured. Houses burned. I'm sure most of you, if you are following me on my page, Facebook page, I made a video about 5 or 6 days ago. I'm saying that the issue of this blasphemy will spread across the northern Nigeria. And I think when I said that now, about 2-3 states have sprang up in this issue of protest from these so-called Islamic fanatics. Right now, Bauchi is on fire, as we have just heard from the Punch newspaper this morning. Electoral Act. PDP complies with amended section to elect delegates. Nigeria, Cote d'Ivoire to deepen bilateral relations. Hero worshipping Senator Bashiru Agbada caught in a barbed wire. This another sad one here. Gunmen abduct Nasarawa Council boss. Driver killed police. I hope the Nigerian police has a good, robust insurance for their personnel, because the way they are being wasted is becoming so alarming. And these are the people, the policemen that has children, they have wives, has relations, dependents. So I'm sure they have a good, robust insurance for this personnel after their demise, so that those people they left behind will not be left. They will not be left in the cold. Still in the Punch newspaper, court sentences that Dane to death for killing daughter and wife. Remember the white guy that killed the daughter and wife? He has been sentenced to death. Another sad one here. Terrorists, headers, killed 7 in Zamfara, 5 in Benue. Abductees' family asked federal government to hasten rescue as federal government suspend trains resumption. You know, we criticize it on this platform that why should the federal government resume the Nigerian Railway Corporation resume operation when those people who are in captivity have not been released by the abductees, so by the abductors. So I think they now have to rethink about it, and then they suspended the railway from operation. Why I won't support Northerner as APC presidential candidate? That is coming from the governor of Plateau State, Lalong. Fielding Northern candidates will have consequences. That is coming from Clark Adebanjo Obiozo. They won APC and PDP. Police pledge tight security as NANS vows to disrupt APC PDP primaries. From the Punch right now, we quickly move straight to the Guardian of today, Saturday. Confusion, intrigues as PDP postponed primaries again. Tears, fears as unknown government defies Soludo's solution, unleashed terror on Anambra. This is the one news coming from Ukraine. Zelensky, that is the president of Ukraine, says only diplomacy can end Ukraine war. That is coming from that president. He's on the front line, so you know what he's saying. This is coming from Amechi. He said, I will run an all-inclusive government, says Amechi. That is if elected as president in 2023. Quickly from the Guardian, we go to the Tribune, because we have our man on standby, that is Comrade Adler Shore, to come in to throw more light on the new Electoral Act. Kidnappers freed village head, withhold professor. Let us see that story. Let's see that story in full. Kidnappers free village head, withhold professor who delivered ransom in Kano. So a professor that came to deliver ransom was, withheld again. This is sad. Gunmen on Friday released kidnapped the head of Karfi village in Takia local government area of Kano State, Abdullahi Ilo, but seized an associate professor at the Kano State University of Science and Technology, Wudil Uziafa Kafi, who went to deliver the ransom for the release of the village head. Can you imagine? The professor that came to deliver a ransom for the release of the village head was abducted, and they released the village head. They abducted the professor that came with the ransom. They abducted him together with the ransom. Can you imagine? So now to even go and give ransom to kidnappers now is another problem. You can see. So that is the reason, that is the issue why our security is porous. When the professor is going to give the ransom, where are our security agencies? I said it time without number. I said a tracker that can track those people, that can track these people, is as small as a button. If they have placed it on the body of the professor or inside the bag where the money is being arranged, by now they will have traced the kidnappers after abducting the professor. If he has have a tracker on his body. But I still don't. A tracker is very cheap. They will have used that to track the abductors wherever they are now with the professor. I felt for the professor that went with the ransom and being held back. It's sad. It's sad. It's sad. Still on the Tribune newspaper, this will go to other news now. Nigerian presidency not for money bags. That is coming from Fayemi. IPOB to Pastor Kumuyi, don't come to Abia for crusade. I serious. Lagos State SDP elect new state executive members. $80 billion fraud probe. Federal government suspend Accountant General, postpone fake meeting. That is coming from Minister of Finance. On this junction, I think let us see if we can get across to Sowore Allen. Sowore, Barrister Sowore Allen. Let's see if we can get across to him so that we discuss the main issue this morning, where the new Electoral Act is in place. And all the local government ESCO, state ESCO, they cannot vote. They cannot vote. I'm trying to reach out to Allen Sowore here. They cannot vote. They cannot vote. So you state youth leader, you secretary of the party, chairman of the party, and what have you, local government, ESCO, and all those stuff, you can vote. You can vote. You can vote. I don't know. I'm still trying to reach across to Allen Sowore so that we can have a discussion about this Electoral Act. To me, I think it has reduced the expense of the aspirants, and it has blocked some others from getting money. It has blocked some others who are waiting to reap, and also it's going to be reshaping the whole equation. Those people that felt they have the grip of the ESCO in their local government, in their ward, I think Allen is here. I think Allen is here. Let us see how we. Allen is here. I think Allen is. I think Allen. Okay, I think Allen is here. I think Allen is here. Good morning, comrade. Are you set for us, comrade? The viewers are waiting for you.
Good morning, thank you. I'm set.
Okay. So you are coming on air right now. In a second, please. Gentlemen, I'm going to bring in comrade Barrister Allen Showore to discuss the new Electoral Act, as I promised you earlier on this program. And I think we are bringing him on board right now. Yeah, good morning, comrade. You are live on Savannah News Television, right from our Toronto studio. And I'm sure you are in Abuja. Am I right, comrade?
I'm in Okitiwukwa.
Oh, you are in Okitiwukwa. Okay, you are grand. I know. The politicking has started. Yes. Good morning. Good morning from here, comrade. Our main purpose of bringing you this morning is to educate our people on the new electoral act. You being a politician, a lawyer, we know that you will do justice to it. Please, it's a surprise to most people. This morning, I woke up to hear the news of the new electoral act. Though we have been waiting for it to be signed by Mr. President, and now it's into law. Please, Mr. Allen Showore, we want to know the implication and how it is how it affects others and how it affects the aspirants, how it affects those delegates who are waiting anxiously to have big envelopes. Good morning. Over to you, comrade.
Thank you so much. The Electoral Act 2022 has a lot of innovation, new provisions, and most importantly, some what I call political landmines for the politicians who want to participate in 2023 election. And you can see that already the Electoral Act has consumed a lot of people.
How do you mean? How do you mean? How do you mean? How do you mean consume a lot of people?
The Electoral Act has consumed the Attorney General of the Federation who plan to contest for governorship of Kebbi.
Wow.
Because the Electoral Act now makes it compulsory for political appointee to resign well ahead of time before the general election.
Wow.
Like the provision in the Constitution which requires politician or political appointee to resign just 30 days before the general election. This is saying now, section 84 sub 12, it says categorically that for you to participate in primary of any political party, you have to resign as a political appointee. So that's why you see the likes of the Attorney General quitting his ambition to be governor of Kebbi State.
They don't want to trade. They don't want to trade uncertainty for certainty.
Yes. Now going specifically for your question, which is the delegates. Section 84 sub 8 is saying that for any delegate to participate in election or primary election of political parties, there must be a special convention, congress for that purpose.
Yeah.
So, but the legislature, the senator and member of the House of Representatives, they already signed this before they know, they already passed it to law and they already signed before they know that they will not be given the opportunity to participate in primary election of their own political party.
Wow.
So they quickly rush to amend this provision to allow statutory delegates. Unfortunately, Mr. President has not signed that amendment to the Electoral Act 2022. So, as it is now, any political party with a sound legal advisor will strictly go and follow the provisions of the Electoral Act, which is simply put, those who are not elected on a convention or congress or any arrangement by political party captured in their own constitution in a special day cannot participate in party primaries. So the implication of that is that for instance for APC, only the 5 delegates who were elected during the special congress can participate. For PDP, only 3 were elected in their various wards can participate, and that national delegate per one per local government, and disabled one disabled physically challenged person. So for PDP now, it is only 3 at the ward level, 1 at the local government level, and 1 at the local government level for disabled.
So now, how about all the ward chairman, ward secretary, youth leader, welfare leader, all those stuff? Where are they? Where are they now? In this equation?
They are completely out of this provision.
Wow.
That's the reality on ground.
Okay, I want to ask you now. How about, for instance, those people who are just joining other parties, and you know, some people are boasting that they have the ESCO to them to their chest. You know, they have the ESCO in their pouch. And when were these three in PDP and 5 in APC ad hoc members elected? When? At what point were they elected? And what is the implication to the aspirants who are old and aspirants who just cross carpet to the new party? What is the implication?
The implication is that some of them may not even know this ad hoc delegate. Some of these aspirants may not even know them. They may not even have access to them. So it's for people who have been politicking or who have been real politicians, who have been carrying everybody along, who have been nice to party members, who have been attending party programs, party meetings, who will know them, who have been treating everybody equally. Those who have been focusing on the ESCO, who have been worshiping the ESCO, or those who have been discriminating against ordinary member, I can tell you, they may not even have their contacts.
Really? So please, I want to ask you, at what point, I know you are now of the PDP, at what point did PDP conducted the election for those 3 ad hoc members in various wards? At what point?
I don't remember the specific day, but it's less than 2 weeks ago.
Oh, just less than 2 weeks ago. Okay.
Less than 2 weeks ago, and the APC too, they did the same thing.
Oh. Okay, less than 2 weeks ago. Okay, well, I now understand. I now understand. It's just they are just still fresh and still. Okay, I now got it. Okay, I think there is one that happened in Okitipupa. Is it Begudu or something? Begudu, I don't know. Some people put. I learned what we learned here was that a certain candidate of the party presented somebody as an ESCO member, and another aspirant too of that party presented, and is it Begudu? I don't know who won the election, but I don't really get the picture now. But I've just heard from you that it just some few weeks ago.
I know the man who wins the election, but I will wait and let the party release the list of their delegates so that that will be satisfied by INEC too, because INEC is actually witnessing. It is important that INEC witness the process. So the party will submit the list as monitored or supervised by INEC, and INEC will stamp it. Then it becomes the authentic list of the party. The national body of the political party will release this. It will become official. Any primary that is conducted with disregard with this list is avoid. It can't stand.
So now it has put to rest the issue of fake delegates, delegate from the national delegate list that is coming from the state is different from this and that. So it has put rest to it now. They will only concentrate on the three delegates per ward according to the PDP, while five delegates per ward according to the APC.
Yes, that is the position.
So, Barrister, what is the implication financially? What is the implication on the aspirants?
The implication is that it has reduced drastically the burden, even the crowd. So the process becomes a little bit narrowed down. It's a little bit clean. It's a little bit cleaned up. The venue is going to be scanty. It's better for security agencies to even handle the number of crowd. So you can now house even the delegates in one venue, and they conduct their affair peacefully. It's no longer weedy. It reduces the burden of the aspirants, the risk of traveling, mass traveling, if I may put it that way, accommodation, traffic, everything is reduced to a sensible number.
Okay, can I ask you again, Barrister? When these three, because we are now concerned about these ad hoc delegates, they are the one I'm going to decide. When these three in PDP and 5 in APC were conducted, how are they nominated to be elected? How are they nominated in PDP?
Yes, election is the party decide, the members of the party. But what is important is that there is a specific day set out for this, and that those who are involved, which is the party members, the party leadership, carry out a process which is transparent and acceptable by INEC and the stakeholder. These are the members of the party, the local government, executive, state executive. They set out their guidelines, which is according to their constitution and the regulation of INEC. And the moment INEC releases report and there are no protests, it becomes acceptable. So the process, I will tell you, was democratic. Was a true democratic process. Either it is consensus, direct or indirect, is acceptable. But there must be a specific date set out for it, and there must be a convention. There is no secret. General members of the party participated. So, and INEC has to witness it. So that is the process.
Okay, with the look of things now, we're not sure of the date of the convention. Are we sure of the date now?
Well, for PDP, the House of Assembly is tomorrow.
Yes, you said. Okay, go ahead.
For PDP, House of Assembly and House of Rep is tomorrow, and that of the Senate is Monday. That's 22nd and 23rd. But what we are witnessing right now in Nigeria is that there's so much uncertainty in the political process. For instance, both APC and PDP have adjusted their timetable for more than 4 times. So you can only say about today. You don't know what will happen in the next hour. In fact, some people are even very hopeful that the president will come and new amendment to the Electoral Act 2022. So, you know, in politics, 1 hour is just too long. A lot can still happen.
Yes, I know. Well, I want to come personal now. I'm sorry, Barrister. I know. I just asked you where you are. I say you are on ground, and I know that you people are working so tirelessly in Ondo South. I want to throw it to you. How do you see Ondo South?
Ondo South is good. The people are up and doing, and they are hoping to get quality representation. They are working to get somebody who can deliver on promises. They are working to ensure that they are liberated, that the process of liberation will begin tomorrow. grace of God.
Are they putting into consideration the issue of fair play among the 6 local governments in Ondo South for the senatorial bid?
The people, look, the truth of the matter is that, you know, those states without sounding immodest, the southern part is the most civilized and politically educated. So, the awareness is there that it is the turn of SLDO to produce the next senator from Ondo South, because only SLDO is left out.
Left us is when?
Since 1999, the other local government have been there. It really has been represented through Senator Yele Omogunwa, through Osia Elawu of blessed memory, Okikupa through Kunlere, and Eleoluji through Meroyi, and now Tofoma of Senator Nicholas Tofoma of Eleoluji Okebo. So it's only SLDO that have not had the opportunity of producing somebody to represent the Central District in the Rest Chamber. And the people are aware of this. We have to do justice. We are appealing to our people to remember that juice for goose is equally juice for gander. And justice is the panacea for peace, development, progress, and prosperity. And they are aware. They are getting to catch the message.
Okay. I think now, with the clearer picture you are giving now, when you say 3 per delegates per ward, we are looking at about almost right now we know the amount of delegates is handy compared to what it is before in Ondo South to accommodate. How are you guys prepared for that?
Yeah, like you said, it's now handy. We are prepared. We are on ground. We will take everybody along, ensure that they are transported through safe means, and get them decent place to rest. Then go to their defender or the primary and do what is necessary. Do the needful without putting down the people. The expectations are high. The people are waiting for these 3 people delegates to do what is correct, what is right, because you know the lamentation of the past can only be relevant if it forms the basis of transforming the present to a better future. So the destiny of PDP, Great People's Democratic Party, now lies in the hand of these 3 ad hoc delegates from each of the world. And the hope of the next generation depends on the decision they take. So these 3 ad hoc delegates, they must choose between service and servitude. They have to decide for the future of their children, either their children will be out of school or they will be in school. They must decide either the South Central District, which is the wealth creator of Ondo States, is no longer in darkness. They must decide either the next generation in the South will deserve dual carriage road like other parts of the state. You know, those states today, Okigba is one of the major towns without dual carriage road. So they have to think very deep and take decision that benefits the society, the people, and not selfish interests. We are not expecting people to take decision based on how much they can get. So it's our hope that they will get the message clear and they will put their names on the sound of time so that their children unborn can say, oh, this is the decision our father took and we are happy for it. They don't have to sell Ondo South this time around. They must take decision that will liberate the people.
Yeah, comrade, you just made a statement that they don't have to sell Ondo South. You are part of the government of Aketi that came to sell to us the bitumen. And I remember they even went ahead to publish and send some pictures that bitumen is being refined already. And people like us came on air and to debunk all those issues. Please, can I ask you, where is the bitumen exploration site in Ikale land?
That is why I said that we have to take decision to liberate our people. Look, when Akeredolu came in 2016, I listened to him very clear. I remember his words, his promises. They were promising. He said, Ondo South, he said, the word of Ondo State is in the belly of Ondo South. And that he will unravel it and use it to develop the place. He said he was going to construct road from Araromi in Ilaje local government to Ibojonleki in Lagos State. And people will travel from Lagos to Ondo State within 45 minutes. He said he was going to restore electricity. In fact, I don't have reason to doubt him. His mother is from Esodo. I told the people, my mother is from here. I grew up here. I cannot leave you. And we voted for him. We supported him. But here we are today. The same man will not even allow the NDDC, that is Nigeria Delta Development Commission, federal agency, and the SOPADEC, Ondo State Oil Development Area Development Commission, to function so that they can address the issue of sea incursion in the Ayetoro community, issue of development in Eseldo, issue of light in Okjuba and other adjoining community. So you can't blame anybody who rely on the promise of a governor who said he was going to process the bitumen in Ababu and all of that. Like I told you, his promises were promising. And we believe that because his mother was from here, that was going to do justice. But today, even in his mother's community, there are no roads. There are no electricity. There are no schools. There are no teachers. No hospital. So, our people must know that we must begin to look at those who can actually assist our area to develop and not those who will come and bamboozle us with stories. We must be skeptical. We must know our friends. We have to identify our enemies so that we can make the desired progress. I never for once imagined that Akeredolu will abandon Ondo South. I never imagined that Akeredolu will not allow SOPADEC to function. For more than 5 years, SOPADEC has not lifted a finger in Ilaje. And every month, SOPADEC is expected to apply 40% of the 30% oil derivation to Ilaje and Eseldo exclusively. So if you apply 40% or 30% oil derivation to Ilaje and Eseldo, by now, that place will be an Eldorado. And this is what Agagu did. Agagu did not use any magic. All he did was that he allowed SOPADEC to assess the fund and apply it to the people. Let me give you a simple calculation. If Ondo State gets 1 billion naira monthly as 30% oil derivation, SOPADEC is expected to have 400 million out of the 1 billion and apply it to Ilaje Eseldo. So, by simple calculation, in 4 years, we will have gotten 48 billion oil derivation. I'm just giving you, this is the lowest that can happen. Sometimes we get as much as 2 billion. But let us put it at 1 billion monthly. So in 4 years, we'll have gotten 48 billion from oil derivation alone. So if you get 40% 50% of 48 billion. You know what that means? And you apply it to only two governments. There's no bridge that you cannot build. There's no school that you cannot construct. There's no hospital that you cannot erect. And there's no doctor that you cannot hire. If you truly apply just 400 million monthly to two local governments in addition to the existing government structure. But it's sad. It's sad.
Yeah, comrade, you have mentioned on Sopadec, you have mentioned NDDC, and you have mentioned Ilaje at the receiving end, Ilaje and Esodo, and you have mentioned Agagu during his of blessed memory, during his time, how he utilized these funds, and he utilized these funds through a certain individual. I'm referring to a leader from Ilaje, and that is the person of Barrister Urushola Oke, SAN. He was part of all these stories, but he was in Osopadec, he was in NDDC. But today, he is the one that is still praising Akeredolu. And as a matter of fact, as I speak with you, he's in the Imo, campaigning for the wife of Akeredolu to become senator. And according to our investigation on Savannah News Television, the campaign of Betty Anyanwu Akeredolu is being sponsored by Osopadec Fund. How do you are you saying that your leader in Ilaje, that is in person of Urushola, is not seeing all what you have just said? Or what happened?
Yeah, let me put it clearly. At the end of his 8 years, all this record that we are talking about will be attached to the name of Governor Akeredolu. Nobody will blame Oke for courting for the wife of the governor because he wants to be governor. Nobody will blame even the occupants of this position. They will blame the governor because it behoves the governor to allow that place to function so that his name will be written in gold. So, as much as I would have loved or wished to blame the people who accept this, who still go ahead to praise them, I won't blame them because Agagu has done it. You know the people, you know those who can walk. Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
So deliberately, you go and select your puppets and put them in position of authority, sensitive position.
He seems to be having a network issue.
Serious instruction. So
we're having a network issue. It seems the network is comrade, can you hear? Yeah, comrade, can you? We have just quickly round up, comrade. It seems that the network is going bad.
Yes, what I'm just saying in essence is that the person who will carry all this blame is Governor Akeredolu. The Bible says when a good leader reigns, the people rejoice.
Yes.
When you have a wicked king, the people will garnish their teeth, and that's what is happening in Ondo State. It's Akeredolu that will be blamed for the underdevelopment of the South in his tenure. It is him who will be blamed for his inability to pay the worker's salary. It is him who will be blamed, nobody else. So it behoves on him to recruit people who can put his name in gold. He has desired to recruit people who will be carrying his wife's bag up and down from here to Imo. At the end of time, everything will go to his record. You cannot blame those people because they have been conditioned to do it. It's sad when you see some of these personalities and what they are doing simply because they are looking for position. Those who voted and carry out dirty job in 2020 governorship election, where are they today? All of them are peaceful out. We don't even remember them again. Some of those guys who abuse us on Facebook, on social media, because they were looking for a position, appointment. Have they got him?
No, there's even one. I don't want to mention his name. He's from Ilaje today. Ireland is now fighting back Akeredolu. He's in Ilaje. Today, Ireland is no longer on the same page with Rotimi Akeredolu. Anyway, let me just say it. I'm talking about our brother, Otito Atikashe, who was the caretaker chairman of Ilaje. As we speak, with our investigation, he's no longer on the same page with Akeredolu because, and these are the people that did the dirty job for him to become, for him and the family to be where they are today. And that is always our warning to people. You know, we should.
Sometimes when you mention these personalities, you are just promoting them. They don't even deserve to be mentioned. There are a lot of people who did worse. There are a lot of people. Maybe they were taught. There were people who carried gun, who killed. There is one Taiwo Okafo that was killed in Indore during the 2020 election.
Yeah.
Somebody did it. Where is it today? So there are a lot of people who did dirty job for the governors. They are now linking their wound in the secret. So it's not for them. They don't deserve my mention. I won't mention them even on air. Because the moment you mention them, they'll go back and say, oh, he's making this of me. Please give me that appointment that I've been waiting for.
Yeah. Anyway, I am mentioning them so that they can be remembered. So that they can be remembered in the kingdom of Akeredolu, so that maybe they can be given small appointment for this little time that is remaining. Anyway, Barrister Allen Showore, thank you for your time this morning. I know you are busy, people are politicking on the grassroots, so let me allow you to go. My regards to everybody over there, and we wish all of you the best, and we wish Ondo South in particular that they will get it right this time around. I think we lost that wherever. Well, gentlemen and ladies, we just finished speaking with Comrade Allen Showore. Showore is, you know, that name rings bell. If you say Showore, you know what I'm talking about. That is the junior brother to the Sahara Reporter publisher, Showore. That is the junior brother. You can see that it runs in their vein. I mean, activism. You know, and having said that, we are still watching on all the issues as issues are unfolding in the Nigerian electoral space. But we just told you that the tempo, the equation has changed. A lot of people are waiting to swallow money. Sorry, I think the tune has changed with the new electoral act. And as you have heard from the barrister activist, Comrade Allen Showore, has thrown more light about the issue of delegates and who will vote. And well, let's see how the whole events unfold, because actually we're not even sure, 100% sure when the primaries will take place. We're not sure. As I said, it's supposed to start tomorrow, and let's see how it goes. And we are watching with keen interest as events are unfolding. And we'll be bringing to you on this same television station other major players to discuss the issue of the aspirants, because we're going to balance the whole issue. We're not going to be one-sided. And we are wishing other aspirants in other parties the best of luck. And we are trying to get across to other players to come on this platform this morning to throw more light on the issue that is going on in that country. Well, as you said, as you have heard from him, most people will not vote, and we use this medium to tell the ad hoc delegates to choose rightly, to put Nigeria first in all their endeavors, Nigeria should come first, because Nigeria is the only place we know. Nigeria is the only place we know, and the mantle is in your hands. I'm talking about the ad hoc committees. I mean, the members, the ad hoc delegates. It's now left for you to choose rightly. As our parting words always, security tips, please, if you are going to anywhere, make sure you notify 1 or 2 people about your whereabouts. And if you are boarding any vehicle, make sure you get the particulars of those vehicles, the plate number, the color, the make. If possible, take a snapshot with your phone and send to 1 or 2 people. And if you are going to visit anybody anywhere, make sure 1 or 2 people are aware of whom you are visiting and where, because a lot of things are happening in Nigeria. People are missing on a daily basis. So be careful, be watchful for your life to be safe. Good morning from here. I remain Ambassador Olujimi Adekale. Good morning.
Like and subscribe to our page on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter at Savannah News TV. Tune in and watch Savannah News TV. We are live. Savannah News TV. We create awareness about happenings in Africa. Savannah News TV. We are distinct, we are focused, we deliver top-notch news in Savannah News TV. Equitable reporting without fear or favor. Savannah News TV. Things are positive change to us, and our environment is our aim. Savannah News TV. Tune in and watch Savannah News TV. We are live. Savannah News TV. Our CEO Prince Radekonle Olujimi Japo. Savannah News TV. Grammy Leke, I'm a living witness. Keep watching Savannah. Savannah News TV. Like and subscribe to our page on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter at Savannah News TV.